I've lost everything twice. I know how it is to build yourself from nothing. This is how I did it. Step one, start with 2 words. My fault. You will hear me say the same things over and over because I need to remind you that these are the key principles, the pillars that literally help me transform my life. My fault. You cannot blame the world and your external circumstances. You can't do it. If you do, you act like it makes it you act like it makes it better. If you blame your mother, your father, your lack of resources, your upbringing, and your trauma, you act like it helps you become better. Now your trauma and your circumstances, your mother and your father, they have control over you because you blame them. And so that means you are helpless and you are just a victim. It doesn't matter what happened to you. The fact is, it happened. What matters is, can you change despite what happened to you? My fault. Next one, you have to use what you have. Literally, use anything that you have. When I lost everything, I had to use what I had, which was pain and anger. When I lost everything again, I had to use what I had, which was pain, anger, knowledge, and stories. Hence my YouTube content. If you watch my old videos, you see that I document everything. At 18, I joined the military. I lost it all. Left the military with dreams and aspirations. I wanted to become this entrepreneur, big time. And I ended up scrubbing toilets at a commercial gym, door dashing on the side, delivering food. Barely scrapping enough money to make a living. Then I learned how to sell. I joined a small company called Brother Cosmetics. I became the VP of sales, face of the company. I became the face of it. From there, I lost everything. Something happened, I lost everything. Now I tell you guys I'm back at the gym. And so I'm building from nothing again. And to me, it's very familiar. So it's like, been here, done that. And so I will help you build from nothing. And I have to use what I have. What I have right now is I have time, I have anger, I have pain, I have knowledge. Knowledge, I share here. Knowledge, I use in my sales job at the gym. Because I'm not a rookie. I've been there. I'm the new kid on the block, 2 weeks in, but I'm putting up numbers. They're like, what's going on with this? I've been there, done that, bro. Like, I've been there, done that. Just leave me alone. Let me just make my calls, book my appointments, sell them on personal training, sell them on the message. Just leave me alone. Building from nothing. And I have to use what I have. And I have a lot of stories. And so I use it because I know that I want to share everything with you guys through my content. In a world full of frauds and gurus trying to sell you a course, I hope that I can be the one person that you trust to be real and to keep it 100. Like, I hope I can be the one person. I have nothing to sell you. I tell you guys, if you watch my video on how to build a personal brand, I'll tell you exactly why I do what I do. Watch it. It's there. I do my content for free. I give knowledge for free. You tie knowledge in with me. You see Thompson, you think knowledge, game, wisdom. I'm working on a book. When my book releases, I hope that you can tie knowledge, game, wisdom to Thompson and the book to Thompson. And hopefully you end up buying my book because you trust me enough and you believe that it will be life-changing. And you end up making me profit. I don't have anything to hide. That's what I do. It's free game. It's free game so that one day when I invest all this time into the book, you trust me enough to purchase the book and you don't think it's just a freaking book on a course on how to get $1 million. I can't talk about things I haven't gone through. Why are there no videos about how to become a millionaire? I'm not a millionaire. I will talk about things I've been through, that I've done, that I am good at, that I know what to do, how to do it. And that is all. I cannot speak about anything else. And so I use what I have. And that's all I have. Time, anger, pain, stories, and knowledge. And if I don't have time, which means I die tomorrow, it doesn't matter anyways. I'm dead. All right? Next one, you need to identify what's going wrong and take action. Look, in my early stages, when I was young and I had nothing, I saw so many things wrong. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not in the position I want to be in life. And it literally did nothing for me. Like, it did nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. I had to use what I had and I had to identify whatever's going wrong and I had to say, what can I take action on and change? And I had to discard whatever else was out of my control. I had to come up with a solution. And so I saw that I had no money. I was in terrible shape and I had no knowledge. I said, okay, can I control knowledge? Yes, I'll learn. Can I control my physical well-being? Yes, I can train. Can I control my money? Yes, I can hustle. So I toned it in on those three things. That's what I did. You have to figure out a solution. Otherwise, you're going to feel hopeless. Because when you're hopeless, you think that there's nothing you can do. There's no solution. There's no option. There's nothing that you can do. So you get to this point where you're hopeless. If you want to get out of that state of hopelessness, you have to give yourself options. And you give yourself options when you see there's a solution to solving a problem. And so if there are things outside of your control and you're trying to find a solution to fix it, you will continue to be hopeless because it's outside of your control. You can't do anything about it. But you will have a solution to your problem if you identify that the problem is in your control. And when you identify the solution, you now have an option. So you're not hopeless. So now it's just a matter of, do I have the strength and courage to take action to make it better? Can I do that? And that's all you need to do. Next one, read books that have stood the test of time. I'm really big on knowledge. I'm really big on learning skills. I'm really big on taking this mind and scaling it to the next echelon. I'm really big on being different, and I'm really big on obtaining wisdom. And I did that by means of reading a lot of books. And I chose the books that stood the test of time. Because there's a reason why it stood the test of time. There's a reason why, if it was written in 1900, the 1910s, and it's still relevant today, there's a reason why. Because it's that good. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. Interview with the Devil, Napoleon Hill. As a Man Thinketh, James Allen. Books like that have stood the test of time, man. And you'll notice that when you read these books, the information becomes redundant because everything boils down to, will you take action? Books and people and advice, it's different perspectives to make it easier for you to do the one thing that matters, which is doing something. There's a lot of different ways to do something, which is why there's a lot of different books. There's a lot of different perspectives. There's a lot of different podcasts. There's a lot of different, there's this, you can change your life doing this and this and this and this method, the morning routines and this and this and this. There's reasons why there's so many of them. There is no one size fits all, but there is one thing that you can do to guarantee that you fail, which is do absolutely nothing. If you do absolutely nothing, you will guarantee you fail. And so long as you do something, I guarantee that you will end up succeeding on a long enough time horizon. You just have to keep going. Revisit books. We have this problem of listening to a podcast, listening to an audiobook, reading a book, and never revisiting it. I have this thing where I don't listen to another podcast, I don't listen to another audiobook, I don't read another book until I fully have engraved the contents of that book, that podcast, that audiobook in my mind. I've been listening to the same podcast for like 12 weeks now. The same one on repeat until I freaking memorize everything that was heard. And I'm like, okay, now that I memorized it, let's integrate it. That's what I do. I don't move on to the next until I've flipped the page and I've practiced every single thing. I've been reading the same book, psychology, all the help. I had a self-help phase, and it worked, but it didn't. And the reason why it worked is because it helped me learn how to positively think. And then it didn't because there were moments where I still negatively had doubt. And so the self-help books I don't enjoy reading because to me it's now common sense. I read psychology, Carl Jung, very abstract books. And so I've been revisiting the same book over and over. And every time I read it, I learn something new. I listen to the same podcast. I listen to the same videos over and over and over. If I'm watching a video on how to speak better, I will not watch another one until I've practiced every single thing in that video. So revisit books and podcasts and audiobooks over and over and over and over. Revisit. Again and again and again and again and again. And then again. Do it again. And then again. and then again, and then another time. Do it again. Revisit. If you don't have a solution, that means you just don't know where to start. And that's what we said earlier. That's what hopelessness is. We have no idea where to start. And so we think we don't have options. But the truth is we have too many options, which is why you don't know where to start. There's so many things you can do. There's so many businesses you can open. There's so many services you can provide. There's so many ways to get money. There's so many side hustles. And so you just don't know which one you should do. And so in this day, it's not a lack of options. It's an overwhelming amount of options, which makes you feel hopeless. It's the same thing. Lack of options will lead to hopelessness, and an overwhelming amount of options will also make you feel hopeless and desolate. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm bombarded with all this stuff. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Here's how you figure out where to start. You can figure out where to start by identifying the path you want to embark on. And to do that, we need to solve what we can already fix. If you're in debt, you can solve that. You need to obtain money by working. You don't need to figure out how to start a business yet. Let's get out of debt first. Stack up money. If you're out of shape, you can fix that. If you're not intelligent, you can learn. If you don't have skills, you can learn. These are all the things in your control. And so you can fix this stuff. If you just need to want to do it. These are the things that you can start now. We don't take action. We don't want to get in shape. We don't want to deal with this. We don't want to do this because we want to wait for perfect conditions and life to go our way. Like, it's not going to happen. Look back on your life. I bet you have a track record of things not going your way. I sure do. Hands up if you feel the same. I have a track record of things not going my way. The true change happens when you can take action despite what you're going through. That's where the magic happens. The magic doesn't happen when you sit around and wait for a fairy godmother to come smack her wand on your forehead and your life completely changes and you're like, oh, my life has changed. Now I'll do all this. No, you build character and you see what you're truly made of and you resolve when everything is going wrong, but you can still handle the things that you can take care of. I know somebody who refused to get in shape until financially this person was good. So all that time of him worrying about trying to figure it out, he could be integrating the two. Figuring it out and getting in shape. And as you get in shape, you can figure it out because you act like you can't think while you're getting in shape. If anything, while you're training, you can think still. And so now, will this person get in shape now that he has everything figured out? Probably. But imagine how much farther along he could have been if he just started then. And I guarantee you, he still would have figured it out and he still would be financially good. I guarantee you. So don't wait for perfect conditions because by then it'll be too late because you might say, things are going good now. There's no point. You need to establish the habit now. Adopt the behavior now. And you can start with what's in my control. That gives you options. That broadens the scope. And you're like, okay, I have this and I can work on this. And you can start to progress. You can pick up jobs and pay off your debt and you're progressing because the debt goes down. You can go to the gym and get in shape and you'll progress because you are seeing you're getting in better shape. And so you see progression. We feel best when we progress. That's what Tony Robbins says. Tony Robbins says, you change when the pain of staying the same significantly outweighs the change of growth. And we continue to want to grow when we see that we progress. If you saw, imagine it just takes one session in the gym and you saw immediate results. Like you're 10 times better, stronger, more in shape, more fit. Wouldn't you go again tomorrow? Yes. But the thing is, humans, we want things now, especially in these times where we doom scroll through a couple second Instagram videos. We have no type of ability to delay gratification. We want immediate gratification. We want things now. We want results now. We want progress now. You have to learn how to play the long game. You have to. All right? Next, once you take control of everything that you can control, that's when the real work begins. Once you cleared everything, and you've controlled everything and you've adopted these behaviors and you're still going to the gym despite your circumstances and you're still working despite your circumstances and you're still reading and learning despite your circumstances, now when you solved a lot of the nonsense, now you can say, okay, this is where the real work begins because now this is where you grow. You've solved the problems. Now this is where you grow because you've solved the underlying issue. Now your job is to say, how can I make sure this never becomes a problem ever again? This is where we grow. And that's called the real work. You start figuring out what you want to do in life by asking the following questions. If you have no idea what you want to do in life, if you ask, what's my purpose? If you ask this and this and this, I am here to tell you, get rid of purpose. Everyone's purpose is the same. Live, experience, create, connect, die. If our purpose is not any of this, then we would not do any of this. We would not live. We would not connect with people. We would not create children. We would not experience these things, and we would not die. If our purpose is not to live and do all these things in between and die, then we would live forever. Our purpose is to die, eventually. But the beautiful thing is, in this middle area, we get to experience, create, and connect. Memories, tell stories. Make something, do something impactful. Make it last. That's the beautiful part about the middle area. But the beginning is live, the end is die. Tell me someone who's escaped death. I don't know any. Ask these questions if you want to figure out what you want to do in life. Step 1, identify that purpose is just let go of it, let go of it. You need to ask yourself, what would I do the rest of my life without getting paid $1? What am I naturally good at? What is my gift? How can I make my gift better? How can I show my gift to the world? What would you do the rest of your life without getting paid $1? You'll do it the rest of your life. This will give you an idea of, so I can stay consistent at it because I still do it and I don't get paid for it. That identifies consistency. And so that might present a path. What are you naturally good at? You're naturally good at something. What is your gift? You're gifted at something. Don't think you don't have a gift. Don't think you're naturally good at something. If you play video games better than everyone else, you are naturally good at video games. That's a gift. If you are naturally good at working on cars and fixing things, that's your gift. You need to use it. If you speak very well, that's your gift. You need to use it. If you sing very well, that's your gift. You need to use it. If you're the fastest reader ever, that's your gift. You need to use it. If your memory is impeccable, that's your gift. You need to use it. Then you can ask, how can I make my gift better? This is where we enter the stage of mastery. We've identified the gift. We have to figure out how to make it better. I'll use my experience as an example. I have a track record of me speaking in front of people. When I was 18 and I joined the military, I got arrested because old habits die hard. I went to the store and I saw a pair of Hirachis and I wanted to steal them, even though I had money now. Like I had like a couple thousand. I'm like, I've never seen thousands before in my life. Oh my gosh, what is this? I could have bought it, but old habits die hard. Hey. So I stole it, got thrown in cuffs, all that stuff. And then I had to give a speech in front of the whole company. 700 to 800 people. And I'm 18, 19 at the time. I have no idea what I'm going to do. And I just remember the speech went very well and my voice was very strong and I was solid. I don't know how I did it. I pulled it off. And then the whole crowd was cheering for me afterwards, even though I was the one that was supposed to be embarrassed by stealing. And I got respect from everyone else. I said, okay. Didn't really acknowledge it at the time. I didn't know that speaking was a gift I had. Now I identify that it's something I have. Right? But I look back on the track record, I'm like, that makes sense. When I was with Brother Cosmetics, we did a meet and greet down in Texas. And I remember there was a crowd lined up for us, and we were inside waiting to surprise them. We finally went out, and I was not afraid whatsoever. I was ready. And, our team, they were kind of like nervous a little bit. It's normal, it's human behavior. But to me, I was like, I'm in my element. No, like, give me the microphone. I went and I addressed the crowd. I gave like a motivational speech. And I kind of just spoke to them like I did it my whole life. And I said, I never have a hard time speaking to people. I never have a hard time giving unsolicited advice to people. I never have a hard time articulating whatever it is that I have in my thoughts. I never have a hard time being articulate. Am I the best? No. Am I Tony Robbins? No. By no stretch of imagination am I Tony Robbins, but I just see I have a knack for it. And then I do sales, and I have a knack for that, which is speaking. So it's confidence. So it's like, And so I identified that my gift perhaps can be speaking. I mean, listen to this voice. Look at me. What the heck? I'm a 6-foot Vietnamese dude that sounds black. This is not okay. And it's different. That's my gift. And I'm okay at it. I'm relatively good at it. People are impressed by the way I do it. That is an indication that that's what you're good at. If people are impressed by what you do, and to you it's like, what are you talking about, man? This is just natural to me. That's an indication that's your gift. That's what you're good at. And so I had to enter the stage of mastery, which is how can I make my gift better? I had to work on my tonality, my rate of speech. How fast I spoke. If I spoke like this the whole time through the videos, would you really be interested? But if I spoke like this and I spoke really fast, no. I had to learn how to slow it down. I had to understand that my voice is a muscle and I can raise my voice like this. I can increase the pitch of my voice and speak like this. And I can lower it like this and I can put less energy into my voice and I can speak like this. That's something that I had to do and I had to learn. The fifth question was, how can I show my gift to the world? That's when you embark on your path. I don't know if this is my path. Hey, if you're here for the journey, we will find out in 7 years where the heck I'm at in 7 years. And you can watch this video and be like, damn! And it can probably inspire you. And if nothing happens in 7 years, hey, what's the worst that can happen? I failed. Failed before. I'll be okay. But my question was, how can I show this gift to the world? Okay, how can I show this? So I started making content. Started posting. YouTube. And you guys like what I do. I read the feedback. I'm still small, so I read the comments. I interact. You guys tell me what you like. You guys give me good feedback, and I do it more. I am a metric type of guy. I base everything off metrics. So it's like, if I see a lot of comments like, I love this, do more style of this, I do it. If I see that this video had a lot of views, I'll do it again. If I see that this video got the most traction, I'll do a similar one. Because it's what you guys like. I'll do what you want. You are my audience. And so you like philosophy, you like my life advice, my unsolicited life advice, and you like when I talk about sales. And I can talk about all those things because I have a track record of being able to sell. I have a track record of some stuff I went through. I have a track record of life lessons that I have that I want to teach you. And so I do so, and I can continue to do so. But you have to ask those 4 questions. What would I do the rest of my life without getting paid a single dollar? What am I naturally good at? What is my gift? How can I make my gift better? How can I show my gift to the world? Those are 5 questions you have to ask yourself. Then, if you're able to do all those and figure it out, you will embark on your path. Your mission. Gift and mission. Not purpose, gift. Perfect your gift, you will find your mission. Screw purpose. Screw it. You're going to die. Try to avoid it. And while you're alive, you're going to connect with people. Try to avoid that. And while you're alive, you're going to experience life. Try to avoid that. And maybe one day you'll have children. That's our purpose. To live, experience, connect, create, die. If our purpose was not to die, then we would live forever. Maybe our souls are eternal and our spirit is eternal, but these bodies they have an expiration date. They do. They're going to expire. So don't worry about purpose. Otherwise, you'll end up in this never-ending hamster wheel of trying to figure out what's your purpose, and you'll feel down and depressed because you feel worthless, like you don't know what your purpose is in life. You have a purpose. You're here. That is your purpose. What's your gift? How can you make it better? How can you show it to the world? If you make the best cupcakes and you perfect the cupcakes, and then you ask, how can I show my cupcakes to the world? Now you can embark on your path. This opens up a path for you to not only be profitable in this systematic matrix we're in and make money, but you get to do something that doesn't require a lot of energy because you are just naturally good at it. If you make the best cupcakes and you're like, okay, how can I show this to the world? You'll start telling people, hey, I make cupcakes. Do you want some? And then if people love the cupcakes, they'll be like, can I buy some more? You'll be like, huh, you'll get an idea, huh? Yeah, you could buy some more. How much do you want? 12? Oh, yeah, that'll be just $10. Boom. Now you can start a business. I make content. This is my business. I'm writing a book. That is my business. It's advice, lessons, wisdom. That's me. That's my niche. So when you see me, you don't think, oh, designer, flashy Thompson. When you see me, you don't think Lamborghini Thompson. I don't want you to think that. When you see me, I want you to think game, wisdom, knowledge, advice, real, trustworthy. And hopefully you watch my videos. These videos are monetized by YouTube. I make money off these videos. That's why it's free. That's why I don't have a course. This is free. And I am working on a book. I want you to buy my book one day when it releases so it makes me profitable. And I hope you trust me enough to know that it's not going to be full of BS. I don't hide anything. I will share with you my exact methods, how I built everything. You can watch how I build my personal brand video on my YouTube. I share everything, okay? Now, once you do all those things and you ask those questions, again, you identify a path. Now you just have to keep doing it. And you get to become better by watching other people that already do it. I speak. I give advice. I am in my industry, my market is the kind of self-improvement, entrepreneurship, sales, philosophy industry. And so I watch people like Jordan B. Peterson, Alex Hormozy, Chris Williamson, Modern Wisdom, School of Greatness, Tom Bilyeu. I watch them. Tony Robbins, right? I watch them because they're doing what I want to do. I would love to be on stage one day in front of tens of thousands, changing lives. Will that happen? Who knows? And I'm completely against you gotta affirm it and you gotta see it and have the courage to speak it. I'm completely against that because life will happen according to how life will happen. I see it in my head. I want it. I'll try my best to do it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not an excuse for me to say, I'll just give it 50%. No. It's just, I have a track record of things not going my way in life. So I expect nothing, but I brute force everything. Do I want that? Heck yeah. Are you kidding me? That'd be amazing. To have tens and thousands of people just come and listen to me in person, trusting me to change their life. Welcome aboard. Right? Do I want it to happen? Yes. Will it? I can't call it. Should it happen? I can't call it. I am not the best judge of what's best for my life. Whatever is beyond me that's the best judge. You can call it what you want. Nature, the universe, higher power. I call it God. God knows what's best, not me. And so I let God do what God wants to do. But I identify my path and I definitely walk it. Right now, this is my path. And so when you identify the path, study people that are doing what you do. So you can get better, so you can learn more. The more you learn, the more you teach. Everything I teach you, I've learned from someone else. You think I came out of the womb with this information? You think I just popped out the womb and the nurse was right there, delivering me? And I was like, hey, what's up, nurse? The phenomenology of life is truly crazy because we have to connect deeply to our roots and have this interconnectedness with ourself. And then you think I looked over here to the other nurse and said, look, nurse. Yeah, no, I popped out the womb crying. And I was a knucklehead my whole life. I've been taught to behave this way. I've been taught to think this way. I've been taught to speak this way. Behaviors. This was all learned. This wasn't just natural. I had to obtain everything you see here. The way I speak, my knowledge. Being able to speak for an hour without stopping. my tonality, my facial expression, my rate of speech, my pace of speech. This was all learned. So you can too. That's why I'm so against you have to be born for something. If you saw me from ages 1 to 19, you would not label me as someone that can make content and really help people change their lives. Not me. You would label me as knucklehead loser who's going to amount to nothing. But I learned this. So never think you have to be born for something. Never. Never. All right? Just never. All right? Life is strange, man. If you guys heard my voice when I was young, it was like the squeakiest voice. And out of nowhere, boom! Testosterone times 1 billion. And now this thing is, it sounds like Batman, you know? And it's a gift. It's a sore thumb. It makes me different. It makes you want to listen. So I use it. Next one. Once you're on your path, you need to become a research machine. Never say you don't have resources. If you have a phone, you have unlimited resources. Again, which is why it's so overwhelming sometimes. You just need to start with a question. If you Google it, you will find an answer. If you don't know what the meaning of life is, what is the meaning of life? Google, YouTube, watch videos, listen to people's perspective. Then think for your own. Read articles, then think for your own. If you want to start a business and you don't know where to start, how to start a business. Google, YouTube, watch videos. Skim, watch video. Skim, watch video. Do research, done. How to get clients if I have a service-based business. Watch videos, implement ideas. You start with the question, I guarantee you will find an answer if you just Google it and you watch videos. And if you don't have an answer, I'll be damned. I will be damned. I promise you'll find an answer. And when you listen to someone, the beautiful thing about listening to someone is it gives you the ability to think for your own. Because you either agree or disagree. You like or you don't like. And so you can discard or you can keep. Okay? Just start with the question, Google it. That's it. Doesn't matter what it is. Now, do you want to start a business? Is it a product-based business? Is it a service-based? How do you grow the business? How do you get clientele? How do you even find what you need to find? What should you do? A lot of those questions will be answered if you're able to answer the 5 questions above. Which is, what would I do the rest of my life without getting paid a dime? What am I naturally good at? What is my gift? How can I perfect my gift and master it? How can I show it to the world? You identify exactly what you want to do. When I answered these 5 questions, none of it told me to start a product-based business where I sold hand sanitizer. No. When I answered these 5 questions, it told me, write a book, keep writing your book, and keep making content, and keep learning, and keep teaching, and keep talking, and keep doing that, and do it again. And how I know not to stop is because I see the results. I don't know what happened within like the past like a week or two. Like I just gained like 5,000 subscribers. I don't know how it happened. I was at like freaking like 500 or like 600, 800. Oh no, I reached like 1,000 finally. And then out of nowhere, 5,000. I said, huh. And I was going through the comments and it was just nothing but good. I was like, bro, we love you. Do it again. I said, huh. Okay, do it again. And I don't expect growth to happen overnight. I'm willing to play this the long game. So if you rock with me, let's see what happens in 5 years' time. That's how long I'm seeing it. I play the long game. I don't play the short game because nothing really happens in the short game. Your life will change overnight. Sometimes it just takes 5 years to get to that night. And so I'm willing to wait those 5 years. I've waited before. I have a track record of being very patient. And it's okay. And I will keep doing it because I see it works and I see that you guys like it. And so I will continue to do so. Okay? Understand, and this one is so important, please. You understand you don't have to do what makes you happy or do what you're passionate Do what makes you happy and do what you're passionate about. That's a luxury for wealthy people. If you just so happen to be able to do what makes you happy and do what you're passionate and you made it, congratulations. I did not have that luxury. I sold nail products. I was scrubbing toilets. I was delivering food. I was the face of a nail company selling cuticle oil that strengthens your nails and moisturizes your nails. I was known as the nail growth oil guy. I was known as the guy that sold nail products. That was me. Never in a million years did I dream that I wanted to sell nail products. I can't wait to be on TikTok live and sell nail oil. Oh, I can't wait. Yes, please manifest. Come to me, universe. Never. I didn't have the luxury, but it brought the money in. A whole lot of it. A whole lot. You have to be passionate about not being the same person when you look into the mirror. You need to be passionate about not being broke. You have to be passionate about not being the same. As people ask me what I'm passionate about, I'm like, I'm passionate about not feeling that pain that I felt a year and a half ago when I had nothing. I viscerally remember it. I would go to sleep and I would really hope that I died. And I didn't have the courage to put a bullet through the head. And I would hold the pistol in my hand with my thumb and just flip the safety on and off. Sometimes I would hold it like this. I tell stories about that. Sometimes I would just say, what if? Safety off, by the way. I didn't have the courage. And so I would pray and hope that miraculously something beyond me would just snap my heart out of my chest as I slept. And then I'd die in my sleep. And I didn't wake up. I'm passionate about not feeling that. That's what I'm freaking passionate about. I'm passionate about not being broke. That's what I'm passionate about. Do I want to be at a gym selling memberships? No. Am I good at it? Yeah. So I just do it. I'm not happy. I'm not passionate. And it's not like I care anyways. I used to predicate everything on how happy I was. And so I would only take action. I would only transform my life. And I would only do things if I was happy. And I did nothing because it was so unavailable. So I just let it go. I said, I like happiness. It'll come. And when it comes, I'll welcome it. Oh, I'm happy. But I don't search for it. And I definitely don't care if I'm unhappy. I just don't want to be the same person that was destructive and self-destructive, drinking a bottle of alcohol every day. Like every day I was drinking. And drinking wasn't the problem. Drinking was my escape from the problem. I needed to have a conversation with myself. I was avoiding something, and alcohol was the thing that helped me avoid it. And it was changing my damn life. And just doing something to become a better man. To go from seeing 72,000 made in like 13 days to work 8 hours and see 10,000 made to now having to humble myself and work 8 hours for some other big multi-billion-dollar company and get paid minimum wage is very humbling. To be in a space where I've sold more numbers than any of these people and they're trying to give me advice on how to sell is very humbling. And I'm there. And I just have to take it. All right? I tell stories about this. Like I'm at a gym now. And I've been there. I've sold memberships before. When I was with Brother Cosmetics, dude, I would go B2B. I would go to all these nail supply stores and pitch our products and close $15,000 deals, $20,000 deals, $25,000 deals, $5,000 deals, $50,000 deals. I immersed myself in the sales. So now that I'm back at a gym, I have to listen to these lectures about how to avoid, how to handle objection. I just have to sit there because they're training the rookies and beginners. Not to say, I hope I don't sound too arrogant or big-headed, but I was that. I am no longer that. And so now I just have to sit there and go through these lessons and listen to people teaching me how to sell. and I put up the numbers and they're like, how'd you do it? And I just say, I got lucky. I don't need to tell them, oh yeah, I know how to sell, bro. You need to do this, because they're not going to take advice from me. I'm the new kid. I'm 2 weeks in. They don't want to take advice from me. People are prideful. I remember how I felt when I was prideful. They're not going to listen to the new kid on the block. I'm not happy. But at least I'm progressing. And I'm doing something I'm good at. And so the lever's on my hand, and I can push it down. Since I'm good at it, I can produce. Since I can produce, I can make the commission. Since I can make the commission, I can get out of this situation a lot quicker. I know how to sell gym memberships. I know how to sell personal training. I look like I'm in shape. People want to look like me. They want to buy, hoping that they'll end up with this physique. I'm not saying I am Mr. Olympia. I'm just saying I look in shape. I am the definition of just in shape. I'm not big. I'm not swole. I'm not amazing. I am just the definition of in shape, toned. People want to achieve this physique. It's not hard to sell them on it. I know how to do it. I know how to be relational, not transactional. I know how to be logical, not emotional. I know how to be charismatic and not just focus on, you're a number to me, give me your credit card. No, I'm like, oh, you are Jacob. Nice to meet you, Jacob. I'm Thompson, man. Tell me about your life. I just know. I just know, right? So you don't have to do what makes you happy or passionate about. Be passionate about not being the same person. That can be your passion, right? Be passionate about not being broke, And so now, okay, let's say you've identified the path. Okay, cool, we got it. Stack your money, cut expenses. If you don't need it, don't buy it. Ramen, canned beans, no clothes, nothing. I would never tell you to make sacrifices I did not make. I would not tell you to do things I never did. I lived off noodles and canned beans for a very long time. And canned tuna. If I was feeling extra spicy, oysters, canned oysters. If I was feeling extra spicy, maybe pickles. For a very long time. Very long time. I didn't buy clothes. I wear the same stuff. Black, white, gray t-shirt, man. Hey, I'm a plain Jane type of guy. I honestly, if I have millions of dollars, I still will wear black, white, gray t-shirts. It's too easy, right? I'm very simple. I don't need much. I cut expenses. If you don't need it, don't buy it. You need to stack your money because you need a foundation. You need to use that money to start your business, to start investing in yourself, investing in content, higher production content, or something that you want to do. And you'll figure that out by answering those 5 questions that we spoke about earlier. You'll see your path and you'll know how to go full throttle. I see my path. And so I promise you guys, in due time, you will see the production of these videos increase because I know if I invest money into the production of these videos, it will serve me well because I have a track record that you guys like this stuff. And so I base everything off metrics. I will do more of it and I will do it better. Right? So stack your money, cut expenses, and start now. Don't start tomorrow. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. You have to go now. Right now. Right now. And if you are broke and you have no money, you need to get 2 to 3 jobs, man. I was about to pick up a second job. So I work full-time at the gym, and I got that job really easily because I had connections, and they knew, and the person that was connecting me to the manager just knew I can sell, so put in a good word for me, and I got hired in like 2 days. I was gonna get another AM job, and so it would have been 5 to 12 p.m. unloading trucks, 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. Working at the gym. And so I would be able to sleep 4 hours, 11, 12, 1, 2, wake up at 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m. Then I have from 2 to 5 to train, and that was going to be my routine. But then I saw that these videos are going well, and I'm able to monetize now. And so I made a decision of full throttle on YouTube, full throttle, Hail Mary, to see what'll happen. And so instead of picking up a second job and spending that time doing that, instead Now that time can be used for content. It can be used for me to learn so that I can make more content, right? And I made that decision strategically, and you have to be strategic. But if you don't have any money and you don't have a path and you don't know your direction, like me, like I see a direction, I see the path and I'm going. But if you don't know that yet, you need to pick up 2 or 3 jobs, man. And you need to be able to endure 6 to 12 months of pain, like devastating pain. And I'm not telling you to make sacrifices I didn't make. When I was with the company, Brother Cosmetics, and we had a tough patch, I slept at the warehouse. I slept on the couch. I had to be there. I didn't have money to put gas in my car to drive home and shower. I would drive to the nearest gym. It was closer than my house. I would shower there, right? I would go grocery shopping at Walmart, and it was noodles. It was canned beans. You can ask my boy Adrian. Like, he'll tell you, noodles and canned beans. I was living there. I was eating that. And I was just living there at the warehouse. I lost weight. I had a relationship at the time, and she would have to bring me food. And she saw me at my worst, and I couldn't even give her $5 to buy her a burger. She had to buy me a burger. I guess it's still kind of fresh for me. But I wouldn't ask you to make sacrifices I didn't make. It was tough. Oh my gosh, there was so much pain from my peers, from the people around me. My pride was crushed as a man. There was no ego. It's hard to be prideful and egotistical when you have nothing, when you are nothing. That was crushed, man. But you have to work on building your foundation. So it's 6 to 12 months of just pain and agony until you can build the foundation. Then, when you build the foundation and you answer those 5 questions and you can identify a path, you need to become a person that will take the leap, take a risk, roll the dice, Hail Mary on something, and if it doesn't work out, what's the worst that can happen? You go back to work? I am in the situation that you are afraid of being in. And I'm telling you, it is not bad. I've had it and I've lost it. I was known as this successful dude who was making money, and I had to go back to the old job scrubbing toilets. And I remember my coworker at the time, her name was Melanie. She is now the manager, and she knew what I was doing. And I was like, I need a job. She was like, you don't need a job, you have money. I said, no, I don't. Do you have a job? Can I scrub your toilets? I had to feel that humility. My pride as a man was crushed. Like, I just had to throw it away. I said, my pride is not going to take care of my mother. My pride is not going to pay the bills. My pride is not going to take care of my future kid, my future wife. Not my damn pride. And I'm in the situation you are all afraid of. If you're watching me and you're afraid of taking the leap because you're scared you're going to fail, I'm in there. And it's not bad. Because if you fail, so what? You have a story to tell. That's why I have these stories to tell. And if you win, even better. Then you get the outcome and a story to tell. But you have to become the person that's going to jump in both feet or not at all. Fear is a mile wide and an inch deep. You look at it and you think it's wide and you're scared that you're going to drown, and you jump in and your ankles are barely wet. Go. And if you fail, then you just start back from scratch. You drive around all day, you print out 35 to 50 resumes, and you go door to door, business to business. Hey, I'm looking for a job. I'll do anything. Scrub toilets. If you have 1 hour to give me, I will work for 1 hour. Whatever you can. If you don't know how to get a job, you go there to your job and you look at the person and you say, hey, I have nothing. I will work. I am not here to impress you. I am in pain and I will freaking work. That's all I need is a freaking shot. And I tell everyone, if you're going to do a job, get a sales job at a gym, because you have so many benefits. You're in an environment where people work out and get in shape. So all you're talking about is getting in shape. You will naturally get in shape. 2, you will learn how to sell. You will learn how to speak. You will learn how to be a people's person. You will learn how to be relational. 3, you get to kill and eat what you kill because you make commission. It's not a lot of commission, but it's something. And you see progress. So at least it's not just minimum wage. It's high leverage. You don't need to bust your butt unloading trucks. You just need to learn how to gain a skill, which is learn how to sell. And you can be taught that. I was not born like this. Everything I learned, I was taught. I would go to sleep and couldn't sleep because I'm like, I don't have this figured out. And I would do research and I would listen, I would practice. If you are currently in a sales job and you don't know how to be more social, every time you check out at a grocery store, speak to the cashier. Hey, how's your day? Just practice. Quick 15-second conversation, bye, gone. When you walk past people, look at them in the eyes. Hey, how you doing? Practice, speak, put yourself out there, man. What's the worst that's gonna happen? They're gonna judge you. They're gonna think you're weird. So what? So what? You're not dead. If they think you're weird, you got practice. If they don't think you're weird, they think you're cool, you got practice, and now you look good. You win either way because you got practice or now you look good. You need to become the person that's gonna roll that dice, to throw that ball, do the Hail Mary. You need to go full force. You need to go. There's no fear. There is no fear. It's not real. The fear of failure is predicated on the fear of people judging you. And I guarantee you, when I was the face of the company of Brother Cosmetics and everyone knew my face and everyone knew me and this and this and this and Thompson's this and this. Oh my gosh, he's in a suit. He's so handsome. He's this and this and this. Oh my God. When I came back looking for jobs, asking the same person that I used to work with, who's now the manager, and I said, please let me scrub your toilets. She did not judge me. You know why? Because she has other problems going on. No one gives a damn if you fail because everyone in life has their own problems, their own situations, their own hardships that they're going through. And the last thing they have time to do is care about how you failed. They don't care. So you won't get judged. And if you do, then they are right in the short run and wrong in the long run because they're right now, but the moment you win again, they're completely wrong. Don't fear. That's how we grow. Now, when you grow and you've answered those 5 questions and you took the leap, this is where you can identify your niche and your market and your industry. I've identified mine. I am in this weird mix of self-improvement, life advice, content creating, sales area, entrepreneurship-ish, wisdom and philosophical talks, and I'm in this kind of weird bubble. That's my industry. My market are people that want to learn. My market are people that enjoy self-improvement. My market are people that are willing to spend money on books because I'm working on a book. That is my market. I'm working on one. If my information through this content is valuable, I promise it will get better, and you can double down on the fact that my book will deliver. And so you'll buy my book and you will profit me. You will make me profitable. I don't have a course to sell you. My YouTube is monetized. My videos are monetized. That's it. I make money off content. And I work at a gym because I lost everything and I'm working on a book. That is what I do. That's my market. Identify your market. Identify what it is. And then, and I told you, watch other people, see how they do it. Study people that have done what you want to do and do what they do. Amateurs borrow, professionals steal. This is the best way to start until you can develop your own unique taste. Kobe studied Michael Jordan, all of it, his moves. And then he took it and he made it his own. That's what Kobe did. Amateurs steal? No, amateurs borrow, professionals steal. Identify your niche. If you are selling soap and you don't know how to market it, see other people selling soap, copy and paste their marketing videos. Copy and paste. Look at other videos of people selling products. What goes viral? Copy and paste the same template. Copy their hooks. Copy everything. Copy. until you get creative enough and you've done it and you get the gist of it and you build the momentum and you can do things yourself. That's what I did. In the early stages, I did not have originality. And so I would recite things I learned verbatim from other people. And then now I put my own twist on it. I have my own perspective on life, on how I lost everything, how I got it all back, how I lost it all again, how it feels to start from nothing, how to build yourself from nothing. Make investments and work for free if you provide a service. I say this all the time. If you identified your niche and it's a service-based niche and you need clientele, you need to remember that if you provide a service, you can, one, run paid ads. Tell people about what you do. People you know, people you don't know. And when you tell them, say, I would love to do it for free. When can I come? You do it for free, you do an exceptional job, and you get a testimonial from them. I used this example before, I will use it again. If you run a car detailing service-based business, and you detail cars, and you need to expand your clientele, you reach out to people that you know first. Hey bro, I detail cars. Can I clean your car for free, bro? I'll do it completely for free. You don't have to drive to me. I will drive to you. 9 times out of 10, sure, bro. And they'll probably feel bad. Be like, no, let me pay you. Sure, you're just starting. I'll help you out. You can either take the money or you can do it for free. Your call. When you do it for free, you do an exceptional job. And at the moment you hand them back their keys and they inspect the car, you say, what do you think, man? They're like, dude, it's so good. They're extremely satisfied. And this is a framework I got from Alex Hormozy. You sell at the point of most deprivation. You get a testimonial at the moment of most satisfaction. If you're hungry and I try to sell you a pizza, right? This is a framework from Alex Hormozy. If you're hungry and I try to sell you a pizza, my likelihood of you buying the pizza is very high. Once you're full, the likelihood of me selling you another pizza is very low. But the likelihood of you giving me a wonderful review is very high because you lean back, you're like, oh my gosh, dude, that pizza was phenomenal. It was so good. Yeah, dude, this place is amazing. So provide your service and get your phone out, freaking record them. Be like, hey, just shout me out. Be like, it's amazing, all that stuff. Tell me how much you loved it. Tell me how I did this, what you like most about it. Cool, ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. And they'll be like, hey guys, yeah, Tom's in detailing, man. Killer job. He just came detail my car. Check it out, man. It's fresh. It's brand new. Top to bottom. If you guys have not got your car detailed by this dude, you gotta check him out, man. You won't regret it. Done. That's a testimonial. And if he comes back a month or 2 from now to get his car detailed, perfect. If he doesn't, at least you got a testimonial. So you worked for a testimonial, which significantly increases the likelihood that people trust you, and so they will pay for your service if they trust you. People are looking for your service. They just don't know if they should trust you. Why should they trust you? Testimonials, before and after pictures, you need to do this. Take a picture, if you do nails, take a picture of a set of nails before, take a picture after. If you do cars, before, after, record, before, after, make that into a video. Done. Use everything. Don't just detail a car and not have and don't document it. No, you need to see a before, after. Before of the wheels, after of the wheels. Before of the interior, after the interior. Before of the whole car, after you detailed it. And then you attach that with the testimonial. So when people see your stuff, see your page, they'll look at the testimonial, that builds trust. And so they're like, okay, now the only problem is pricing. Now this is where you can fluctuate. You provide a service. If they contact you and they're down to pay your price, good. And they're like, hey bro, how much do you charge? You can say, I charge this, man. Does that work for you? And they're like, oh, that's a little bit too much, bro. Just be like, it's all good, bro. How about I do it for half? Learn how to work for free. Learn how to work below what you're worth in the early stages. You have to swallow glass. Anyone who's done anything great, anyone who's provided a service, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Learn how to work below. Like, you're not going to get paid what you deserve in the early stages. And you're going to work for free. There is no way around that. Unless you want to run paid ads and get clients by that way. Then that means you have to know how to run campaigns. That means you have to know how to run paid ads really well. Or you better be a phenomenal marketer. That means you have to know how to make amazing videos that make people follow you, which increases the likelihood that more people will convert and reach out to you. That's it. So that's how I would scale a service-based business. If I'm doing a product-based business, how I would scale that is a lot different, and it's very difficult because you have to establish a brand. Okay, you can, for one, find a winning product, or if you want to do the long run, then you're going to establish a brand, and you have to identify the industry. Let's just say you want to enter the market of home goods, home essentials, so wool balls, dryer sheets, detergent, soap, all natural stuff, whatever for the home, right? Let's say you start with wool balls, the stuff you throw in your dryers, right? Let's say you want to try that product and test it. You need a testing size. So meet the MOQ of the manufacturer. What is a manufacturer? The people that get the freaking wool, man. Go on Alibaba. Go on freaking Alibaba and search up the thing that you want to buy. And you will see right there, one wool ball is probably 50 something cents. You can sell it for about $5. It's right there. It's not fake. It's real. It's right there. You have to meet a certain MOQ, and they will private label everything. They will brand it for you. This is where we get into branding. You need to establish your brand. A water bottle is the product. Aquafina is the brand. Do you understand? Aquafina, that's the brand. The product is the water bottle. If you want to get a wool ball, that is the product. The packaging that it comes in is your brand. And so you can name it Fluffy Sheeps or Home Good Essentials. I don't freaking know what you want to name your damn brand, but you need to brand it. That's called private labeling. Manufacturers will do that for you. If I wanted to start a service-based business, there's two options. Upfront cost, so cost of goods, and I have to find a way to get rid of the inventory, or I could do a different route, and I'll explain the second route afterwards. But that's more like a Hail Mary plan Z. But let's say you have enough money and you want to go with this route. So you're willing to pay $2,000, maybe $3,000 to meet the MOQ and to get it shipped and everything from there to here. Now you have to decide what's the platform you're going to use. Are you going to create your own e-commerce platform, which means you have to develop a client base, right? Which means now you have to create a brand page on Instagram, brand page on TikTok, link your product to TikTok Shop, whatever you want to do, link the payment processor, and from there, now you have to build a whole freaking brand, and you have to be really good at marketing, and it's all social media marketing. It's videos and videos and volume, and it's hundreds and hundreds of videos, hopefully, and you need something called a CTA, a call to action. So here's an example. If I'm right here, this is our rejuvenation nail growth oil, Brother Cosmetics. If I don't have a hard salesperson to go and just freaking sell on TikTok, like just sit here for hours and sell, and he can convert and sell units, then I need to make hundreds of videos, and it'll go something like this. For the longest time, I've had weak and brittle nails. I used to bite my nails every time. It was terrible. Hook, boom. Problem identified, and it made me very insecure. What it did to me, it made me very insecure. And my nails looked terrible, and I never wanted to show it. Oh my gosh, and it hurt so bad every time I bent it. But I finally found something that worked. Problem, what it did, found a solution. Ever since I started using this product right here, my nails have been boom. Solution found, what it did for me. And my nails have never been healthier ever since. And it's been this. And ever since then, I've been able to go out in public. Here's a before and after of my nails. Boom, boom. Ugly nails, pretty nails. It's amazing. And if you want to get it for yourself, you can click the link in the bio, or you can comment growth, or you can read the description. That's called a call to action. Call to action should last a couple seconds towards the end. If you want to get it for yourself, it's available here. If you want to get it for yourself, it's on TikTok Shop. If you want to get it for yourself, the link is in my bio. And so if you're going to start a freaking product-based business from scratch, dude, you have to know how to market. You have to know how to go viral. And going viral doesn't necessarily convert to sales. Going viral increases the likelihood that more people buy. That's all it does. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to sell, but it will increase the likelihood of people wanting to buy, of people viewing your stuff. If you run a product-based business, you can do that. You can run paid ads. You have to freaking make marketing videos, make it desirable. You have to do your research. You have to do your research. And if you don't have that, then you need to incentivize. Let's do laundry softener, whatever. Fabric sheets, I don't know. I hate using fabric sheets. Let's say you start your own fabric sheet business. You can make a video like this. I hate using fabric sheets. They're so full of synthetic, harmful chemicals, and I hate it, and they smell so strong. But ever since I found this, boom, insert your product. Ever since I found this right here, My life has changed. It smells so natural, so green. It smells like nature. And there are no harsh synthetic chemicals. It's all natural essential oils. And it doesn't stain your clothes. And it makes your clothes smell so good and fresh. And I love it. And it's biodegradable. And it's eco-friendly. And it's safe for children. Look at my kids loving it. Boom. Insert video of a child hugging her blanket. Boom. That's called invoking emotion. Oh, children. Oh, boom. And if you want to get it, ladies, the link is in my bio. Done. Call to action. Done. That's it. Starting a brand is tough. It takes years. And that's if you want to do a platform like e-commerce on your own. Or what you can do is use a platform that's already established, Amazon, where there's millions, billions of people already shopping. So now let's say you want to list your product on Amazon. You have FBA or FBM, fulfilled by Amazon, fulfilled by merchant. I've never really dabbled into Amazon. I just kind of know a little bit ones and twos. I just never dabbled, right? But if I was doing a product-based business and I was going to list on Amazon, then the only way for me to get it on the first page is to one, run paid ads, and you better hope the return is there, because otherwise every click is going to be expensive and you're not selling any units. And what happens is when you run paid ads, what increases the likelihood of them clicking is the marketing, the campaigns, the pictures, the videos. That's it. You have to learn this stuff. If you're going to sell wool balls, you have to see everyone else selling wool balls, see how they market it, what do they put in their description, see how much they sell it for, what do the customers say, boom, 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 make your own, make it better, make it nice. Run paid ads. Make marketing videos on social media. And link the Amazon thing in your bio and make it over and over. Think of videos on social media as lottery tickets. If I told you lottery tickets were free, how many would you get? Probably all of them. That's what social media videos are. You just have to post a lot of them. And you can reach hundreds and thousands, so many people. And I guarantee you, someone will buy if you just produce volume. But you have to know when there's a volume issue or a quality issue. If you're producing 500 videos and you're not selling any units, it's a quality issue. You don't know how to film videos. You don't know what you're doing. So what you have to do is you have to adjust. Now you need to focus on quality. Once you make a high quality video and it's good, and you see that you're selling, now you need to do it again. Now you double down on volume with the same quality. Use that. Track your metrics. The hook. What was the hook different? What was different about it? And if the video is that good, you can push some money behind it and you can run paid ads on that video. If you're going to go the Amazon route, which I've never done, you can do FBM, which is fulfilled by merchant, which means you do everything. So your margins increase. Or you can do FBA, fulfilled by Amazon, where they handle everything. They handle the customers, they handle the refunds, the returns, they handle everything. You send the product directly to them and everything they need, and they do everything. You don't have to do anything. You just kind of see money come in. But the margins significantly decrease. I believe FBA, they take about 33%. So when you take 33%, subtract cost of goods, you're left with like 20. You're taking home like 20%, 30%, if that. I don't know what other expenses you have. Right? It's low risk, but I've never done it. I just know a thing or two. So I'll tell you what I know. But if I was starting a product-based business, that's how I would start. Alibaba, private label it, make your own brand. This is a ruler. It doesn't have a brand. It's just a plastic ruler. If I wanted to make a ruler, if I wanted to sell rulers, I would go on Alibaba, I would search up plastic ruler, and I would brand it. Perfect measurements. Done. And then it'll be perfect measurements. That'll be my brand. Perfect measurements. And so now my industry is in whatever the heck a ruler is in. I don't know, like where all the crayons and pencils and pens are. I don't know what industry that is. That'll be my industry. That'll be my market. And so my audience are what? People in school, office supplies. Office supplies, there you go. So now I'm in the office supply industry. So my audience are people like business owners, maybe people that are in school, maybe people that do projects, whatever the heck. Now I have to cater towards them. Now I have to study the market. Done. Learn how to play the long game. I will tell you this over and over and over again. Learn how to play the long game. Your life will change overnight. It just takes 5 years to get to that night. Remind yourself that. Say, my life is going to change overnight, but it's going to take 5 years. So every day, just kind of mark a day off and be like, okay, 4 years, 364 days to go. Done. Go to sleep. All right, 4 years, 363 days to go. Done. Your life will change overnight. You just have to keep at it. For the love of God, don't stop. If you see something works, do it again. Just do it differently, but keep the same method. If it works, do it again and again and again. Until you make millions of dollars, it's one direction, one channel. So many people want to diversify in the early stages. Oh, I want to start up a vending machine business. I want to start up a laundromat. I want to start up this. I want to detail cars on the side. I want to do. You are juggling 50 different things when you can full throttle into one. Until you're a millionaire, it's one channel. I have one channel. My channel is writing my book, making my content. And until I'm a millionaire, that is my channel. And so I go full force into this. I am not going to spend time launching a product-based business when I see evidently that my YouTube has been growing. This is my channel. And so I go all the way into this because I see that it works. I track the metrics. I see the impressions. And so I do the math and I say, okay, if I can keep this up for a year, then that means I will grow this much. If I track the metrics and the metrics are in a span of 1 month, I was able to gain 1,000 or 2,000, 3,000 subscribers. Then in a span of 3 months or in a span of 12 months, I'll gain 30,000 something subscribers and I'll be closer to 100K. And so I have to keep that up for a few years. It's very simple. Play the long game. Don't stop. One channel, not many side hustles. One. Get good at one. Become exceptional at one. If you are good at detailing cars, don't start trying to open a laundromat. And if you're gonna do another hustle, you need to make sure that it doesn't take up your time, like an ATM business. It won't take up too much of your time. It just sits there. If you're gonna diversify and do multiple channels, at least make sure your multiple channels do not take up a lot of time. Make sure it's extremely easy to manage. Extremely. You need one channel that takes up all your time. You need one channel that takes up everything. One channel. Get really good at it. Once you perfect this one thing and you're making a decent amount of money off of it, then you can either discard of it, get rid of it, or you can diversify. That's when you diversify. If I ever do a product-based business one day, I don't know what the heck it'll be, but it'll only be once my YouTube is making me millions of dollars, and that converts to book sales and people that buy my book, and that business alone, that's profitable. That's the only way I'll diversify. But until then, I have no desire to diversify because I see it works, and this is what I do, and I'm good at it, and so I'll do it again, and I'll keep doing it. Next, please remember, invest in knowledge. You need to invest in knowledge. There's something called my 5 pillars, and it's 5 pillars of taking action. We have knowledge, but we don't act upon the knowledge. Here's how you take action. Pillar 1, develop a desire. When you develop a desire for something, you don't think. Your logical brain shuts off and you enter your emotional brain. If you are hungry, then you desire food. You don't necessarily need to think about getting food and convince yourself to get food. You will just eat food. So, develop a desire. That will be motivation. Once you desire something and you're deprived of something, you are motivated. Motivation is being deprived of something. If you're motivated to drink water, you're deprived of water. That's what Alex Ramosi says, and I back it up. Desire will lead to motivation because you desire something. You desire it because you don't have it. You don't have it because you're deprived of it. If you are deprived, that means you are motivated to get it. So you don't even need to focus on motivation if you just desire something, want something, and you'll naturally become motivated. You don't need to work on motivation. You'll just go. Psychologically, you cannot think and feel at the same time. If you're feeling purely emotional, you're acting impulsively. If you're thinking, logical, structured. When you desire, you take this thinking impulsively nature and you use it as leverage. So now you just go. Desire leads to motivation. Motivation opens the window of opportunity for you to take action. Once you're motivated, you act. Take action. Once you take action, you need to repeat it again tomorrow. It's called repetition. And in doing that, we'll develop discipline. That's how you take actions. Those are my 5 pillars to take action. I believe I have a video on it. It's like 5 steps to take control of your life or something like that. I go over the 5 pillars. It's on my YouTube. Desire leads to natural motivation. Motivation will open the windows and the door for you to take action. Once you take action, you have to repeat it tomorrow. And if you do this over a long enough time horizon, you're naturally disciplined. So immediately, you don't work on motivation and you don't work on discipline. You only work on 3 things, which is desire, act upon the desire, repeat it tomorrow. And you can repeat it tomorrow by presenting a reward at the moment of task completion or goal acquisition. So it's a great way to kind of train our brains. Dogs, they learn a behavior faster when they're rewarded than punished. So if you punish a dog for doing something, it'll take them longer to learn the behavior. If you reward them, it'll be easier for them to learn the behavior. So if you have a hard time taking action and you gain knowledge and you read a whole bunch of stuff, but you're not taking action, you can use those 5 pillars, and then the moment you do something, like go to the gym, let's say going to the gym is very hard for you. When you go to the gym, then the moment you get done with the gym and the workout, you can reward yourself. Do something that's rewarding to you, so it reinstates the fact that you want to do it again tomorrow. So you're like, okay, I can't wait to reward myself again tomorrow. I would do it again. And so you train your brain. You train your brain, okay? That's a great method, all right? Again, do what you're good at. This gives you leverage. That's why I do what I do. Content, books, I'm good at it. Advice, sales, I'm good at it. It gives me leverage because it's less energy, because I just go. The reason I could talk for a whole hour is because I know what the heck I'm talking about. The reason I could just go and go and go and go is because I've been there, done that. Like, I can talk about it, right? Because you're already good. You're not great, you're okay. You're not the best, but you're okay. You don't need to invest time to learn because you've already learned. You just need to invest time to do better. That's why I say do what you're already good at. Use what you have. Because you already have it. You're already decent. You're already good. And so now the time you invest is just to make it even better. It's not like gaining or learning a new skill. It's not like that. It's something you already have, and you can give it. And people are impressed because not everyone has the skill, so they're impressed. And so now the time that you spend learning, it can be spent towards what? Getting better at it. Getting even better at it, okay? Last one. Once you are established, and you did it, you use your money to buy back the time by recruiting talent. In the beginning, you wear all the hats, everything. In the beginning, when I was with Brother Cosmetics, my boy Adrian did everything. Then I came, and we did everything. And he recruited me as talent. Shout out to him for seeing potential. He recruited me as talent. Then I wore all the hats so he can buy back his time to think of more ideas to scale the business. He was the brains, I was the bronze. When you have a foundation set, you can buy back your time by hiring talent. In the beginning, you shoot the videos. In the beginning, you do the description. In the beginning, you post the social media content. In the beginning, you do everything until you have enough money to where you can hire someone that specializes in that. And then they do it and do it better. And you just have to tell them to do it. And so you buy back time so you can use that time to think about ways to grow even more ideas. Until you have a foundation of where you can pay someone else, you just have to do it yourself. You wear all the hats. You do everything. And that's it. That right there is how to build yourself from nothing. Like from zero to figuring out what to do, how to do it, when to do it, what it takes to do it. Once you have it figured out, where to scale it, how to scale it, done. Like that was it. Rewatch the video, rewatch it again if you want. Write it down, grab a notebook, grab a pen, and take some damn notes, man. I don't tell you to make sacrifices I haven't made. I will not tell you to do something that I have not done. And I will not speak about something that I do not know. You guys know how I roll, man. Off the dome. Free game. That's all I got to give you guys. I'll see you on the next one.